In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of the end. Should a look of childlike fear come over the worker's face, you will then be taken to a cell in the building. It will be in a deep hidden section of the building. All you will hear is the sound of someone talking to themselves echo the halls. It is in a language that you'll not understand, but your very soul will feel unspeakable fear. Should the talking stop at any time, stop and quickly say aloud, "I am just passing through, I wish to talk." If you still hear silence, flee, leave. Do not stop for anything, do not go home, do not stay at an inn, just keep moving, sleep where your body drops. You will know in the morning if you escaped successfully. If the voice in the hall comes back after you utter those words, continue on. Upon reaching the cell, all you will see is a windowless room with a person in the corner, speaking an unknown language and cradling something. The person will only respond to one question: what happens when they all come together? The person will then stare into your eyes and answer your question in horrifying detail. Many go mad in that very cell. Some disappear soon after the meeting. A few end their lives, but most do the worst thing and look upon the object in the person's hands. Be warned that if you do, your death will be one of cruelty and unrelenting horror. Your death will be in that room, by that person's hands. That object is number 1 of 538. They must never come together. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls herself the holder of the beginning. A small smile will work its way over the person's mouth, almost as if to say, "You fool." You will then be taken down a hallway, seemingly leading out into a place it shouldn't. Physically, this place shouldn't exist anywhere in this institution, yet it does. The hall will be forever silent. Even if you try and make a noise, screams will die before leaving your mouth, and footsteps will be muffled. Your guide will simply point to the door. If you enter, you will find a cozy room full of pleasant yet unidentifiable perfume. In the centre of the room, you will see a beautiful woman holding her arm as if cradling something. Further inspection will reveal that she is, in fact, holding nothing at all. This room will remain just as silent as the hallway you just left. No matter how hard you try, the only exception is for you to ask one question: why were they separated? The woman will then explain in excruciating detail every horrific event in history. Every beating, every war, every rape. No travesty in the history of the universe will escape your ears. When she finishes, all will fall silent. It is up to you to do what you will with this information. That woman is object number 2 of 538. It is up to you if they should be joined or not. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of eternity. A sigh might escape the worker as they look upon you with the utmost pity. They will take you down a flight of stairs into what should be the basement of the building, yet there isn't. As you press deeper and deeper into the underbelly of the institution, you will begin to hear a chorus of screams. At first it will be barely audible, as if originating from a point a great distance away. But the closer you get to the end of the hallway, the louder it will become until it drones so loudly that it seems to consume all other noises. Soon the din will become so painful you will feel the unrelenting urge to claw your own ears to escape it. It is advisable to resist this impulse, or else it will be impossible to complete your quest. The worker will show you to a door, covering both ears as they do. As swiftly as they can, they will unlock the door and run, leaving you alone in this cramped, dark hallway. This will be your last chance to run. If you decide to continue, open the door. The piercing wail will then end abruptly, leaving your ears ringing. The room you will enter will be coated in an almost tangible, all-consuming darkness. But for the far end of the room, there, manacled to the wall, is an emaciated figure, covered in raw lashes. He will stare directly at you, with a maniacal grin plastered to his face. Despite festering wounds, and a scalpel that's still half protruding from his chest, now will be your only chance to save yourself, and the only way is to ask, who created them? He will cackle in a manner befitting the death throes of an animal before responding. His will be the most horrific tale you have ever heard, beyond such primitive concepts as pain and death. It will delve deep into the very essence of evil. Those of weak mind go mad at the man's story, so remain strong no matter how fragile your mind may feel. When he finishes, it'll be to you to end this man's life, releasing his terrible burden. Remove the scalpel, and he will shudder once in agony before falling silent forever. That scalpel is object number 3 of 538. It is up to you if the rest should be protected or destroyed.